Introduce yourself, who you are, where you're out of, and what you do.
Well, I'm Tom Weber. I own Christmas City Landscaping Tree Service in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania.
How much did you do in revenue last year, and how much did you spend on paid ads versus how much are you on track to do in revenue this year with how much in paid ads?
Cool. So 2024, we did, before I signed up with you, we did about 500,000 in revenue, and we spent about 110,000 in paid ads.
What are you on track to do
ridiculous.
now, and how much in paid ads?
So 2026, on track to do about 750. Would like to hit 800, 820, but on track for 750. So far this year, nothing. Past 8 months, very minimal compared to that 110,000. I knew you were gonna beat my ass about that one.
That's
but,
okay. That's important for guys to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, sweet. So
Weeded all that out.
Good. So tell me, how did your life and business feel like before Blue Collar Business Accelerator?
Very stagnant. Very what's the word? Well, very stagnant and very slow in a way, because a lot of the stuff you teach was obviously the brand awareness. One thing I've taken away from everything, you always need to assume nobody knows who the hell you are. What's that?
Nobody knows you exist.
Yeah, nobody knows who the hell you are. Always assume that. Get in front of people doing the events. So it felt very slow, very unmeaningful, very stagnant.
Just maybe without direction. You weren't clear on where to go next.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Okay, so now what how inconsistent was like the leads in your work? Like, were you always booked out? Like, where was that at?
So 2024, we were like in the spring 2 weeks out at a time, which was very scary with a few guys that depend on you for a paycheck. And at times it was like day by day. And when we started implementing things, last year in 2025, we're about 2 months out in the spring, which felt awesome, very much more stress-free that way. And then I think the closest we got it down to this past year in 2025 was 3 weeks. So much more stress-free than day by day, I must say.
Okay, sweet. That's awesome. So tell me, what went through your head before buying from us? Like, before signing on to our program and what we do?
Why is this guy coming up on my timeline everywhere? I just thought it was another
internet marketer?
SEO BS, like, give us 10 grand a month and we'll get you this many leads.
Well, you were already paying,
oh yeah.
So I get why you would think that.
So I was very frustrated already.
Yep.
And on top of that, I'm seeing this random guy like on my.
What made you feel different about us compared to the other stuff that you were paying for to trust us to pay us?
You were very personable. Not related, but you very personable, very zoned in on where I was, rather than just saying like the grand stole. Like, you talked to me like I was like at the time making 300,000. You talked to me like I was making 300,000, and like you zoned in on my
your
problems.
issues. We're very specific, right? Because that is a big thing for a lot of guys. Is like, we got an HVAC guy here that did 130K in a single month, and a lot of guys are like, does it work for me? Does it work for my market? Does it work if I'm doing 300K? Does it work if I'm doing 2 mil?
Yeah,
it does. Right? 100%. They're all business principles.
Absolutely.
Okay, sweet. So now we'll go on to the next thing. What was I would say, what was your lead quality like before us when you were running all the paid ads versus what does the lead quality look like now doing all the things that we've implemented?
It was terrible before. Tire kickers everywhere, people that didn't value my time. In a way, you can't really blame them, but
what does that look like now?
Now that I have actual systems in place to weed out those tire kickers, much better. I know how to vet people over the phone, where I can tell in 30 seconds if they're serious or not. Or if I pull up to their property, I know in a minute conversation if they're going to buy or not now. So I learned a lot that way. But putting systems in place on the website, presenting yourself in certain ways, showing up in a polo and my company truck and not my Toyota Camry and a T-shirt, coming from a friend's party or something for an estimate.
Heck yeah, that's good. That's solid. What is, all right, last thing. What does like a normal day look like now in your business versus like before you signed up with us?
Very systematic now. Not everybody's doing one thing, doing their own thing. When we pull up to a job net, well, we talked about that also, about getting rid of certain people and
building your team in a different way.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody has a job now. They know how to do it. They know when to do it, and they know why they're doing it. So everything is, to answer your question, much more systematic, and it's just a well-oiled machine.
Less stressful.
Now. Yeah. Oh my God, 100%. Yeah. Always room for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we still have a lot of improving to do, but much more stress-free when you have actual systems in place and they know like the packets and everything. If they, like if you hit an internet line, Foreman doesn't need to call me now.
Nope.
He goes on his system,
knows exactly
on
what to
Jobber,
do.
You call this number. If that doesn't answer, you call this number, that number, and then if shit is still hitting the fan, then you call me.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. All right, last thing. Would you recommend us, and do you wish you found us sooner?
Absolutely. I was talking to a couple of young guys here. I'm like, dude, if I knew this existed when I was 18, 19, I feel like I would be way ahead right now by the time I'm 26. So, yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.